Hello students, today in this video we are going to revise compound interest, and we will look into the questions which normally comes in the EmSAT or the SAT exam regarding the compound interest. In order to solve compound interest formulas, two kind of the questions come. Sometimes they says find the compound interest, find the interest that could be compounded annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly or daily basis. Okay, so in that case you will use this formula: A equals to P times 1 plus R over N whole to the power of NT. Now what is A? A is the future or the final value, and P is the principal or the initial value that you will deposit, or before starting the work there should be a certain amount, and that certain amount will be known as the principal amount, and that would be denoted by the P. Now what is R? The R means the rate, and the rate is always be given in percent. But before we do anything, just keep it in mind that if anything is written in the form of percent, so it means now this 100, I am writing 100. Percent means divided by 100. So if you simplify mentally, you will get 1. So in place of R, you will write, in place of R, you have to write 1 if it is 100%. Now what if they says that R is equals to 20%? So as I said, divide it mentally. So 20 divided by 100 will give you 0.20. Now what if we have anything like 2%, for example? So in case of the 2%, you will do mentally 2 divided by 100, move the decimals towards the left, and you will get 0.02. So this is the way we will do the R calculation in our head, rather than using and wasting our time and again going to the calculator. Simply practice how to write the R and put it in the formula without wasting the time. Now what is N? Now N, actually it is the number of the times compounded in 1t. What does it mean? So for example, if this says that the rate is compounded annually, okay, so annually means in per year, okay, so in that case N will be equals to 1. Now if they use the word semi-annually, so in that case what you will do, semi-annually means there are two halves in 1 year, means 6 months and 6 months. So you will take N equals to 2. Similarly, quarterly, for the quarterly, you know that 3 months in means there are 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So 4 quarters for 1 year. So that's why you will take N equals to 4. And similarly, for the monthly, you will use N equals to 12. Now daily, if they says, so for the daily, of course, N will be equals to 365. Now what if they use the word compounded continuously? So in that case you will use the formula A equals to P e to the power of RT, where E is a constant. So rather than writing E or the value of the E, which is equals to 2.782, I guess, okay, so rather than writing this in your calculator, if you press the cursor shift and LN, you will see that on the screen E will appear like this. So in the power you have to write whatever the power is, and if there is no power, so it means the power is 1. So if you write this in the calculator, you will get the value of E automatically. No need to calculate or write yourself 2.78. Okay, without wasting the time, let's try to solve the questions which comes in the SAT or the EmSAT exams. Sarah wants to have 200,000 for retirement in 30 years. Okay, so she invests in a mutual fund paying an average of 6.5%. Now what I understood that 6.5 since it is written in the form of percent, so I will consider it as R. And as I said, all the percent must be divided by 100, and 100 has zeros, two zeros, so we will move the points for the for two decimal places, so we will have 0.065 as our R. Compounded annually. Compounded annually means in place of n we will write 1. How much should she deposit into her mutual fund? Okay, how much she should deposit? It means that they are asking about P. Okay, so they know that in the end, now the formula is, we know that A equals to P 1 plus R over N whole to the power of NT. They are asking us to find the principal amount, so that after the 30 years, that means the time is 30 years, she will get an investment of 200,000. So in place of A, we will write 200,000. The P they are asking us to find out. Then we have 1 plus, in place of R we will write 0.065. Now n is 1, so if you write 1, don't write 1, no problem. Then nt, it means 1 times, and the t is 30 years, so just write the 30 in place of t and get the answer. Now, since you want to find out the P, then what you will do, you will divide the whole thing by, means divide the whole thing over here. Bring this thing over here. So you will write directly in the calculator 200,000 divided by 1 plus 0.065 whole to the power of 30. So it is my suggestion that even in the calculator, okay, even in the calculator, don't try to write each and every step, that first of all you just solve this thing, write it down, then you, whatever the answer comes, you divide by this thing. Better, if this is the calculator section, then try to do all at once without wasting your time. Now write it in the calculator and give me the answer. Okay, don't forget to write your answers in the comment box. Okay, so initially she should deposit at least 30,237.21 dollars. So that would be your P. Now check your answers, please, and if there is something wrong, please write in the comment box. Now what I have everything written over here, same thing, but what they are writing, first of all, I am trying to write the formula. A equals to, A is, what did we find? 200,000, right? Equals to principal amount we wanted to find out. Then we wrote 1 plus, our rate of interest was 0.065, okay, and the n was 1 when we had the annually. Now what, and here we have n times 30, right? This was the question which we were solving. Now there it was annually written, so in place of n you wrote 1. Now, if you read again the question, and rather than annually they write, let's suppose they write semi-annually. Okay, so here semi-annually. So in that case, what do? You will just, rather than writing n, you will put over here 2. Now, same question, if they say compounded quarterly. So in that case, everything stay the same. But in place of n, you will write 4. So in place of every n, you will write 4. Similarly, if they say compounded monthly, so what you will do, you will write the same thing. You will not change anything. Thus, just in place of n, in place of monthly, you will write the 12. So substitute n by 12 and everything stays same. Now the same question, but they are highlighting compounded continuously. Now this formula is not suitable for us. The reason is, for compounded continuously, we have a formula A equals to P e to the power of RT, right? Now here our A was 200,000. P we wanted to find out. E we will keep as it is. In place of R we will write 0.065, and in place of T we will write 30. That is all. So in this one question I explained you um, each and everything that when compounded annually comes, you have to take n equals to 1. In case of semi-annually, you take n equals to 2. Similarly, quarterly, monthly, and continuously, how you have to solve. The rest algebraic calculations you already know. My work was to just familiarize you with this formula. So that's an interesting question. The question says Lindsay invests, okay, 1000 into the account, which means that the P is given to us, right? So rather than writing many things, because we are preparing you for the set, I'm just writing here the P. No need to write all the data. Into an account with 4%. Percent means R, but I will divide by 100, which means 0.04 I will take. Per year continuously. Since it is continuously, so my formula will be PE to the power of RT. How much will she have after 10 years? Which means my time is 10 years. Now, first of all, I have to solve this question till here. So, now another thing. So, what is your A? You have to find out. The P is 1000. E you write as it is. In place of R, you will write 0.04 and the time will be 10. Just write it in the calculator, get the answer. Please don't forget to write your answer in the comment box so that I can see that yes, you are working with me. Now the next part. How long it will take for her to invest to make the investment double? What does it mean? So maybe they give you the question A in that way. Maybe the same question could be given and the part A is not given in the SAT exam. Only the part B is given, that how long will it take for her to invest, for her investment to double it. What does it mean? Initially she has the 1000, right? $1,000. So double the investment means that A will be double of the 1000, which means 2000. And the rest as it is, she wants to know how long it will take. It means that she wants to know about the time. Now how to find the time? So first of all, 1000 is multiplying, so you have to divide both sides by the 1000, which will gives you 2 equals to e to the power of 0.04t. Now, if you remember that the inverse of exponential function is natural logarithm. So, for that reason, take the natural log on both sides. When we have a property of the log that if ln of b to the power of p is written, so the power comes before the log. So, it becomes p ln of p. So similarly, the power will comes before the log, and since log and e are the inverse of each other, so ln and e will be cancelled out. So simply cancel out, no need to bring it down because it will come automatically down. So 0.04t. Since we want to find out the t, so we will divide both sides by 0.04 and that would be your answer. So maybe they will give you the question in the form of logarithm, or maybe they will give you the question in the form of some like some number they will give you. So anyway the answer for the time is 17 years, 17.3. Now I want to tell you one more thing. Since 17.3 is coming, okay, and now the options, maybe you will have 17 years, 18 years, 19 years or 20 years, okay. So maybe these options are given to you. Keep it in mind, since 17.3 is the time, which means maybe 17 years and 3 months, okay? So never, never make it or round it off to 17 years approximately. No. Always take the next number, means the time will always be taken as the other one, which means the 18 will be the correct answer. So again, explaining you that whenever they ask you to find out the time in the compound interest formulas, and the answer comes for the time with a decimal, so do not try to round it off and bring it back to the lower number. Just add one thing, means if they want the whole number, so take the biggest side. So rather than writing the 17 as a round off, you take the bigger number, that is 18. I hope that this will clear the mind, because normally in the SAT exam the student sees that this is 17.3, though they mark A as the correct answer, which is considered as the wrong answer. So in this question, they are saying Ellison deposits 500. So whenever he deposits, he deposits 500 into a new saving account that earns 5%, which means my R is 0.05, compounded annually, which means N equals to 1. If Ellison makes no additional deposits or withdrawals, how many years means the time will it take for the amount to be double? So the initial amount was 500. So if the initial amount was 500, so double the amount means times 2, which means 1000. Okay, so my formula will be 1 plus r over n to the power of nt. Now my n is 1, so I will not keep writing the n. I will write here 1 plus r is 0.05. No need of writing the 1, because anything divided by 1 is the same thing. N times t, so only t left. Okay, so now I have to find the t. Before that one, I will divide both sides by 500, which means I will get the 2 equals to. Now here I will get 1.05 whole to the power of t. Okay, in order to bring the t down, of course I will take the log on both sides. So if I will take, let's suppose I want to take ln on both sides. So as before also I told you that anything with a power, okay, so ln of, for example, b to the power of p, so power always comes before the log. So this t will come over here. So ln of 2 equals to t ln of 1.05. So divide both sides by ln of 1.0405. So you will get this. Okay, so you will have t equals to ln of 2 divided by ln of 1.05. Now take your calculator, okay, take a moment and bring the calculator, write it down, ln of 2 over ln of 1.05 equals to what? And you will see that it is equals to 14.2. And if you were listening to my whole video, so in the previous question I told you that in the time, if after the point even 1 is written, 2 is written, 3 is written, we always, rather than rounding off to the smallest number, we will take the bigger number. So in our case, option B is correct. So I hope that these questions and the concepts are clear to you. In the next video, we will take another topic, and then we will combine all the topics to see that what actually comes in the SAT or the EmSAT exams. So keep watching the videos. Don't forget to just press the button like. Thank you so much. See you again.